Jai Ram Ji ki. To my listeners, I take up a description of Sita's captivity in Ashok Vatika and the first glimpse of Ravana coming in all glory to persuade Sita to marry him. Hanuman has reached Ashok Vatika and he finds that although she sat in a Vatika known as Ashok, Sita was immersed in an ocean of shok. Hanuman noticed that her eyes were tremulous like those of a fawn. She cast suspicious glances all around like a dove. She had been reduced to a skeleton by grief. Early morning, dressed in finery, looking magnificent, Ravana entered Ashok Vatika in a procession. The garden was full of flowers, birds, and animals. Its ground was covered by fruit shed by the trees. Its golden doors were studded with gems. 100 beauties followed him. Some carried golden lamps, some waved fly whisks, while some others held fans made of tarred leaves. A few women carried water in golden flasks, while some carried cushions for the king to sit upon. Some smart-looking maids carried in their right hands shining pitchers inlaid with precious stones and full of delicious drinks. An attendant carrying a canopy white as the full moon or a swan followed Ravana. Illuminating Ravana, says Valmiki, on all sides, several women preceded him carrying torches, fragrant oils burning in them. He was full of lust, pride, and liquor. He was dressed in lavish garments, spotless and pure white, like the froth at the top of churned milk. This was laced with strings of pearls and flowers. Hanuman saw him disentangling his garments from his bracelets. What follows is a description in Karuna Ras, pathos, sympathy, a feeling for Sita who has suffered and who is suffering. Writes Valmiki, when the unblemished beautiful princess Sita looked at the Rakshasa Raj dressed in the most exquisite of finery, looking handsome coming towards her, she trembled like a plantain tree shaken by strong winds. The large-eyed and extremely beautiful Janaki shrunk back and covered herself with her tattered sari. She was undergoing the toughest of penance. Sita could not see any end to her suffering. Lost in the thoughts of Ram and drowned in a pool of sorrow, she wept alone. She suffered like Rohini, afflicted by a meteor. Despite being born in a virtuous family of impeccable credentials, married into a religious and reputed family of kings, following appropriate rites, she now looked filthy like a low-born woman. The next few lines take us to the acme of good literature. Please listen to them carefully. To Hanuman, Janaki looked diminished in splendor. Like a faith discarded, she seemed like wisdom lost forever. Shattered hope, a future destroyed. a violated royal command, a city burning in a riot, a ritual violated in the course of worship, the Purnima night darkened by an eclipse, or a delicate lotus torn to pieces by a hailstorm. What description! But more to come. Sita looked lusterless and desolate, like a pond, out of which the lotus, their stems and leaves have been plucked, and from where water birds have flown out of fear. Without unguents, she appeared dusty like the dark night of the Krishna Paksha. Sita was reduced to a skeleton because of fasting, grief, worry, and fear of death. Her only wealth was her penance. She prayed to God every moment that Ravana be defeated at the hands of Sri Ram and she be rescued. She wept while Ravan, quoting a death wish, tried to offer her blandishments. I propose to take up those chapters in a later video. I hope you like what I have just narrated. I have illustrated this with paintings taken from Punjab Museum and the British Gallery, paintings which relate to Sita's abduction and Sita's residence in Ashok Vatika. Look at them carefully. Look at the minute detail in which the artists have painted those paintings, and you would feel richer by the minute. Jai Ram Ji ki.